Yeah, AB Conversation, Anthony Carlo Benzino, the hero.
How you doing?
We back, and we're going to talk about the West.
We're on to the West. Western Conference of the National Basketball Association.
Yep. And when I think about the West this year,
Yes, Benzino.
I'm thinking about the Rockets. What do you think about the Rockets?
I'm thinking about the Rockets, too. I'm thinking about Dwight Howard.
Oh.
I'm thinking about how Dwight Howard is arguably one of the best players in the game.
Mhm.
I'm not going to say, obviously he gives, as you were saying before, he gives people like Carmelo Anthony a run for his money. I mean, or I should say people like Carmelo Anthony and Dwight Howard give people like LeBron James a run for their money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? But I'm excited to watch Dwight Howard this year.
He's in a new scene.
Yeah, he's in a new scene, and I'm excited to watch him. You know it was amazing to me? The massive shoulders Dwight Howard has.
Yeah.
You look at guys who, hey, Dwight Howard is he's brolic.
Yeah.
He's got these big shoulders, and that just amazes me. But I enjoy. How tall is he? How tall is Dwight Howard?
6'11".
He's up there.
He's not 7 foot, but he's 6'11", 6'10".
Right, but I'm gonna enjoy watching Dwight Howard. Another exciting thing is I enjoy watching Jeremy Lin.
Okay.
And even though his life with the Knicks was short-lived, he did a lot for Linsanity.
Yeah.
He did a lot for Knicks fans with Linsanity, and I'm excited to see whether Lin, Howard, and the bunch can make a difference for the Rockets this year. Do you think that those players have the capabilities of leading this team to a real good season?
Definitely. They have a very good shot to take the #1 spot in the Western Conference.
Right.
James Harden is now, league sources, people around the league saying he's the best shooting guard in the league now.
Yes.
It's not Kobe, it's not Dwayne, it's James Harden.
Yeah, and that's big. That's big news. That's big stuff.
Fourth-year, fifth-year player coming out, and he's already the best player in his position. That's pretty big. Chandler Parsons is emerging as an excellent player. He's a shooter already. He has to work on some of his dribbling moves, get a little post game a little bit. But he is a shooter, so that will work well for Houston. And what I like about Houston this year in the acquisition of Dwight Howard is Kevin McHale is Dwight Howard's coach. Kevin McHale is one of the best big men of all time.
Right.
He can teach Howard some post moves. So that's definitely beneficial for Dwight Howard.
Absolutely. But I'm excited to watch the Rockets this year.
Yeah.
I think that it's gonna be an exciting season.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna be seeing a lot more fans to the games just for the fact that Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
He's there.
Let's talk about Dwight Howard's other team that he went to last year that he was a part of, the Lakers.
The Lakers.
Sorry to see him like this.
The Lakers. Hey, listen, they're forever going to be a legacy because of two names. I think. Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay, that's the modern day.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm always going to find them as their modern legacy was those two names. It's basically when you watch the Lakers, I think we can say that we're watching Kobe Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
But we're not even going to watch Kobe Bryant for the first half of the year.
I know.
Hopefully he's
there
going
you
to
go.
return.
That was my point.
He did tear his Achilles in the playoffs, but Kobe Bryant being a dominant warrior that he is,
exactly.
He shot the free throw and then went off the court. But Kobe Bryant is trying to come back from his injury.
Right.
Will it be like a Derek Jeter situation? Will he be re-injured again? We don't know yet because of his age.
Exactly, he's aging now, but it takes a lot of energy away from the fact that the Lakers have any chance of winning any games.
They're gonna be.
It's gonna be tough.
Projected low in the conference.
Exactly, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a battle. A grind, I should say.
They ranked the Lakers 12th in the conference.
Right.
And they rank Kobe Bryant the 25th best player in the league. So on Twitter,
did they really?
Yeah.
25th best in the league?
On his Twitter avatar, his little picture where you can see yourself.
Right.
He put 12-25. That's his picture.
12-25.
12th as the Lakers. That's
why did he do that? Why did he do that?
Self-motivation. I don't.
I want to make a Rocky reference.
Alrighty.
Very quickly.
Okay.
Rocky 4. Ivan Drago versus Rocky. Rocky's training for Drago in Siberia. He puts a picture of Drago up on his mirror, and before the fight, when he realizes he's trained hard enough that he can actually take him, he crumples it up and throws it down. So when Kobe Bryant comes back, and he's going to erase that 12-25 when he starts leading the Lakers to victory.
Well,
how about that one?
Hopefully.
That's a good analogy.
The Lakers did pick up players like Mike Young.
It's hopeful.
Picked up Xavier Hendry.
Right.
Maybe Pau Gasol can finally be a tough guy this year.
Yeah, I like watching him.
Gasol?
I like watching
He's a
Gasol.
nice player, but D'Antoni might be the problem. D'Antoni they're saying D'Antoni ran out Dwight. Dwight did not want D'Antoni as the coach. So,
yeah.
and the point guard, Steve Nash, Hall of Fame player.
Right.
But now, entering the late 30s, you know.
No, that's when it all starts going downhill.
Yeah.
I like watching Steve Nash too.
Yeah.
Steve Nash is a very exciting player. But yeah, for the Lakers, I mean, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough year.
Well, if the Lakers are going to have a tough year, let's talk about a team that's going to have a great year in the Clippers. Let me ask you something.
Clippers are going to have a great year.
Doc Rivers, their new head coach,
Right.
they implemented a process that at Clippers games,
Right.
they're covering the Lakers championship banners. What do you think about that? Think it's smart?
That's a I think that's a very touchy issue. I think that that could go either two ways. They're neglecting to recognize who was better than them in
Okay.
previous years, and they're almost kind of being one-track mind. They're almost having a one-track mind and trying to look on a narrow path of, you know, what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
It's at the tip of my tongue. Wait, give me a chance. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the word I'm saying. They're looking,
You need me to talk?
not naive. Okay, they're not giving a fair look at the fact that the Lakers the Lakers were better than them. Okay, so that's my problem with that. As a motivational tool, I think it's great. So that's the other path that I think
Okay.
you could go down. I think it's very, very good, a very nice symbol of the way that the Clippers are going to give themselves motivation. Block everybody else out of their minds. They're taking down their division this year.
Well, I like what Doc Rivers did. He's coming off a championship caliber from Boston. That was his previous team. You know, when the Giants play the Jets, do you see any Jet stuff at Giants games? No.
Right.
So
Right, correct,
doing
correct.
that, it's finally like, why you didn't do that before?
Correct. Yes.
You know, but Clippers are going to be good this year. Chris Paul, best point guard in the league.
Oh, he is. He's the best point
He's
guard
the
in the league.
best.
Chris Paul is the best.
The best.
The best.
So him with DeAndre Jordan and a high flyer. Blake Griffin has to work on his post game and his jump shot, but that team will make noise.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. And I still can't remember the word I was looking for.
Oh well.
I'm going to remember it after we go off air.
Alrighty, you
I'm
tell
gonna
me
remem-
off air.
I'm going to remember it after we go off air.
The Thunder, man, the Thunder are a good team, but they need a great player in Russell Westbrook, which they don't have at the moment because he's injured. He's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks.
That's true.
So Kevin Durant has to be number one. Well, he's already number one in some people's eyes on the team
Yeah.
because Russell Westbrook does like to shoot the ball a lot more than Kevin Durant. But the problem is that Oklahoma City's bench is not good to me. When James Harden was on the Thunder,
Right.
while Russell Westbrook and Durant was on the floor, they always had somebody to go to. When they acquired Kevin Martin, they had somebody to go to.
Right.
Patrick Beverly, not Patrick Beverly, I'm sorry, he's on the Rockets. Reggie Jackson is now inserted in the starting lineup because
Reggie
of,
Jackson. What a nice name.
Yeah. He's inserted into starting lineup because Russell Westbrook is injured. So since Reggie Jackson's out the lineup of the bench, he's in the starting lineup. Who's going to come off the bench? Maybe Jeremy Lamb, the second-year player out of UConn, to come. Maybe Perry Jones out of Baylor, the second-year player. But hopefully,
Look,
they're good.
it comes down to this. Durant is an MVP caliber player.
Yeah.
Agreed?
Mhm.
Comes down to that. And the question is, do they have a shot to have as a magnificent year as they had last year with Westbrook out?
Agreed.
That's what it comes down to.
When Westbrook come back, maybe they can turn it around. But
Maybe.
for now,
Maybe. For now,
I
those are
don't
the
know.
two focus points.
The Nuggets and Warriors. You can say a lot about the Nuggets this year. They have a nice bench. They acquired J.J. Hickson. They acquired Darrell Arthur. Nate Robinson is also on that team.
Correct.
So they're trying to make some noise in Denver. Even though they got a new coach in Brian Shaw, they're going to insert the triangle offense. So that's what they're trying to do this year. But they don't really have a center to do it. JaVale McGee, nice center. But, you know, it's JaVale.
No, just
Basketball world, JaVale's JaVale. You
Exactly.
can watch his blooper tape.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. But the Warriors actually took Denver Nuggets players, which they had last year, and Andre Iguodala. Nice swing, man. He rebounds, he defends, he can score the ball, but he's a nice utility player as a starter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the Warriors have Stephen Curry, arguably the best shooter in the league.
Yes. Yes.
So Curry's going to be an asset this year. They also have Klay Thompson.
Remember Eddie Curry? Remember
Eddie Curry.
Eddie Curry.
Yeah.
He was fun to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, he was all right.
He was all right. I liked him when he was on the Knicks.
Yeah, I liked him
But
too.
Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, they called each other the Splash Brothers because they make it rain.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun to watch the Warriors this year. The Spurs, they were the
Hey, look, the Spurs are consistent to me year
Yes.
in and year out. You know, it's centered around Parker and Duncan.
Ginobili,
Ginobili.
and Greg Popovich, the coach.
Yeah, but to me, until you break that core up, I don't think you're going to find them being unsuccessful. I think they're going to be pretty consistently successful as long as you have those guys on your team. But they're not they're not young flowers anymore.
Yeah.
So,
I also have the Pelicans making the playoffs.
really,
Yeah, first year Pelicans.
really,
Formerly known as the New Orleans Hornets, and now the Pelicans. They acquired Drew Holiday. They also acquired Tyreek Evans from free agency. He was on Sacramento. And Davis is on that team. He has to develop more in his game. So the up and up is for the Pelicans.
all right, I respect that.
But it's also going to be hard because in the bottom half, I have the Pelicans at 8th. So fighting for that 8th seed would be Portland, Dallas, the Timberwolves. You know, teams in that area.
Yeah,
They're all going to be fighting for the 8th spot.
it's
hard to
going
make
to
it
be
in
a
the West.
grudge match.
Yeah. So Suns are rebuilding. Utah. You know Scott Machado's trying to make the Utah Jazz. He's in the preseason.
Is he really?
Scott Machado.
Our own Iona Gale,
Yep.
Scott Machado.
Because Trey Burke got injured. He was the he was the top draft pick for the Jazz, so he got injured. So they brought in a veteran in Jamal Tinsley. So now Machado has to try to make the squad so he can back up Tinsley.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, hope he
Iona,
makes it, man.
repping Iona. Iona's basketball season starting next week.
Yep.
We're looking forward to it.
And we're looking forward to next week's show.
We're looking forward to next week's show. That's correct. Today we previewed NBA season
I'm happy.
with my basketball analyst Ben Zeno.
Yep.
And we had a
Bro.
very, very successful show. Like we said, next week we're going to be talking about the NBA as well again. We're going to be talking about how opening day went. We're going to be talking about the World Series.
Oh, the World Series.
Forgot about the World Series.
Yep.
We're going to be talking about maybe some Iona sports with the Iona basketball season opening up. But it was another successful week here
AB
with
conversation.
Ben Zeno
Yo,
and Anthony
Need
Carlo.
my shout outs.
And shout-outs, here we go.
Rob
Take it away.
Jiggity, Carlos, Nick, Yuli, FG, Franklin, Chris Craft, Chris Yoaslis, Will, Alex, Gameplay, and Crystal Lifeguard, and the whole other crew, man. We
Absolutely
out here.
amazing.
Dante, we here.
Amazing how he mentions those names in one breath, and amazing how you guys tune in every week.
Thank you, y'all.
Thank you.
Thank
We
you,
will
Anthony's
see.
friends too. Thank you.
Thank you. We're up to 107 likes on YouTube, or viewers on YouTube.
Yeah, we out here.
That's
We making
amazing.
moves.
Taking the country by storm, then the world.
And the internet.
And we'll see you next week,
And the
everybody.
Conversation. Thanks, y'all.
Goodbye.
Yep.